Welcome to the Take It Home podcast. Podcast so bad we really should just take it home. I am one of your hosts, Doc Simmons. You can find me on all social media at Doc Simmons17. The three Musketeers are in the building. I'm gonna give the hot tag to my partner. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yes, sir. Zach Hendricks. I'm on all social media, Brian at Z Hendricks Brand. And of course, look up your mama's favorites at Country Brand and Country Official on all the social medias, including YouTube. And I'll pass it off to the senior official, locally known, internationally respected.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Referee Perch. You can find me at Perch XLV, pound sign Celebrate Pro Wrestling, and Waffles Take It Home podcast.
Waffles, 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 waffles. Zach, how was your food hunt?
It was good. We got Red Lobster on Saturday night. Got me a steak. I think it's called Oscar style with like crab meat and all that on there.
Yeah.
It was good. Got I think a baked potato and like broccoli as the sides. Really good. Val got coconut shrimp with pina colada sauce, and then Jack got this like I think crab pasta with like a soup. And then we kept the steak going with Outback on Sunday. Double steak. I got another steak, baked potato, and potato soup. Jack got virtually the same thing. Yeah, actually, Jack got literally the same thing. And then Val got French onion soup and sweet potato.
Oh,
We did a lot of cooking last week, so we were like, we're gonna enjoy a nice pig out weekend.
I get it.
What was it? Had Olive no, yeah, Olive Garden last week too, somewhere like the kids' meals. But yeah, and then we were at Buena Vista and like I have much, but I do enjoy the chips with the green sauce.
Yes, Buena Vista's is very good. Buena Vista's is very good. Perch, what about you?
Yeah, shout out to the Olive Garden. I think we went once last week as well. Much love to the OG and everyone who works there.
Never too good for
Over the weekend, we were out in Tim Hortons territory, out in Detroit. So got a nice blueberry muffin, good coffee, and a grilled cheese at the time. It was delicious, really good. Tim Hortons always hits the spot, especially good coffee. And then after the loop, we were coming back from Indianapolis and stopped after not having too much to eat through the week. So we stopped at a Texas Roadhouse
it.
and
Oh, okay.
must have had maybe 5 or 6 rolls, an 11-ounce sirloin, and a baked potato and corn. All of it was
Texas
gone.
Roadhouse rolls are the best with that butter.
So delicious. Great meal, especially after a long wrestling weekend. And yeah,
I
that
think the
really was.
rolls and butter are overrated.
Hey, Texas
I
Roadhouse
know
roll.
it's a very unpopular opinion.
Which one do you like the best?
Ah, probably.
You don't even have one.
Like this is the thing. It's like it's like kind of torn between two, but I'm going to go with Cheesecake Factory.
Well, never really had. I've never ate at the Cheesecake Factory.
Is
Cheesecake Factory is good. It's got some Italian food.
Yeah,
But
it's got like a huge mix of food, and you get a mix of breads.
yeah, how about that bread assortment? They have
Yeah,
some multicolored bread, and it all tastes a little different. It
yeah,
was
they
the first
give
time
you like
a little,
a bread boat, a bread float.
yeah.
Uh,
First time was somewhat off-putting. Second time, I look forward to that assortment of bread.
yes, yeah. So
Yep,
we
I
got
would
this
take.
There's
list
I
a
would
of
take.
spot
places
that
that
we
I'm gonna
go
have to
for
take you.
Val. There's a spot that we go for Val's birthday. I'm not. I should the Ranch, yeah, K Ranch. But they have an assortment of breads as well, like bread and like they got this brown, like kind of more hearted bread. But
That's the spot next to camp, right?
yep. Val
Yep, they got
goes
the good
there
wings.
every year for her birthday for a prime rib.
Oh, okay. How is the prime rib there? I always see the sign and then
It's very, very good. Val gets it the
tree.
bourbon sauce.
Okay. Yes, I yeah, that's the spot next to camp. I'll sometimes. grab wings.
Yeah, Val goes there every year for her birthday.
Okay. But yeah, oh, okay, so they've got good bread too. I have never had their bread. Okay. I have to try it. Um, Me myself, I unfortunately did not go to Olive Garden. Um, Unlike the rest of y'all. I believe we were good for the most part. I made a turkey breast on Sunday. That came out pretty good. Proud of that one. A little overcooked because no thermometer, so I was kind of guessing, but I think it still came out pretty good. Um, Made some Hunan beef. Uh, yeah, we were pretty good. We just ate at home. Think we had some curry chicken at some point, possibly. But yeah, food was pretty okay. Perch, I hope you got some music that's better than okay.
Yeah, lots of driving over the weekend and had firm control of the tunes. We picked up a good minivan. Chrysler minivans always have good sound systems. Crank that bass all the way to the top. Between a steady
They knew
dial
what they
with
were doing when they made that minivan.
and I was the youngest in the car, which is always wonderful. Um, and bumping good tunes throughout, going through the Mariah Carey's, the Jennifer Lopez songs, just lots of good music. I heard the Eminem Warning song. Holy smokes! Uh, but along the journey of listening to all this good music, there's one banger of the week that stood out, and it was played many a times. Oh, we bumped a lot of Dua Lipa as well, um, and Ariana. But the song that stood out, new one within my learning,
Yeah.
new to me. But wow, anytime we put this one on, it hit. New Jeans by
Yes,
New
yes,
Jeans.
yes, yes. I was waiting for you to discover this one.
Yeah, absolute banger. Sprouted the New Jeans all weekend long. Uh, yeah, what a tune. Great beat, great music, great sound. Absolute banger.
Knew this was coming. It's like you had me excited with the Mariah Carey, and I think you brought up New Jeans maybe a couple weeks ago. I was like, he's gonna get to that. He's gonna get to that.
Yeah,
Just
we were
fun.
sitting outside one of the hotel parking lots in the lobby, probably 11 in the morning, waiting to pick up the rest of our guys, and and just blasting as loud as can be some New Jeans and and gnarly by Cat's Eye.
Oh,
Another
okay.
song that just goes hard. And the bass on those couple of songs were so loud it had to have been waking up the entire Fort Wayne Marriott.
Yeah, it is insane for me because I am so timeless. I have seen this journey of J-pop and K-pop come over, and it is. I can't believe it. It's we're in a different world post 2020, and I did not see this coming.
No, and I love it. There's so much to performances, whether it's singing, dancing, producing, putting stuff together. Yeah, incredible. I watched the New Jeans set from Lollapalooza a few years ago. Really cool too.
Yeah,
All around performers.
yes, they are very good. They are very good. Um, it's like, yeah. It's just it's wild to me. But yes, New Jeans, very good. I enjoy them. Um, yeah. Why don't we talk about anything we watched, anything we want to put over? Zach.
Uh, I watched Raw last night. The Penta finish was dope. The springboard, Mexican destroyer or destroyer. I'm wondering with the beatdown on they had the Viking Raiders, so like maybe it's Penta at the Viking Raiders. However, Ray Phoenix has nothing right now going on, so
Yeah,
maybe we're leading up to a Ray and Penta reunite.
I would very much enjoy that.
I'm thinking too, and like I don't know, like with like Andrade being let go because they had Ray with Andrade. I'm wondering if that like maybe like all right now let's just put them together.
Yeah, definitely very possible.
Yeah, I don't appreciate John Cena trying to think that that was the Springfield. You don't try to ruin those secrets. You try to ruin wrestling. Don't try to ruin anything else. I appreciate Corey Graves acknowledging Lord Lad and Moe's Tavern.
Yeah.
I did watch Dominic Mysterio become the Megan champion.
Okay.
Uh, that was good. I mean, you could tell it was different styles at first. We got off a little rocky, but once they started going, and Dominic really started taking charge. But yeah, I'm right now. I'm watching NXT. I kind of got on late, so I kind of missed most of it. I got on right when Finn Balor was coming out.
Okay.
But yeah, that's about it.
All right. Perch, what about you?
And wouldn't you know, right in the midst of us rocking some new jeans, Brock Lesnar comes in and hits that F5. We're like, talk about some new jeans. Lesnar rips his pants.
Yeah, the R-Truth segment. I actually think that's the only wrestling I watch. I watch
Oh
it.
yeah, Ron Cena. I
Yeah.
saw the clips.
Yes.
It was incredible. We loved it. He came in, ripped them, totally knew it. And speaking of new jeans, tell Lesnar about that song. Um, and also Moxley and Daniel Garcia. Wow. Another chapter to the story. Garcia is bad. I think going back to when Red Death came to AEW, he and Wheeler Yuta were kind of going in which person's going to go in which direction. And and Daniel Garcia went to the good guys. And it's taken him all that time to now finally align with Moxley. So getting the most out of everybody, and a credit to Red Death, Daniel Garcia, in the longevity of his career so far. It's awesome to see. And he's right there with Mox where he should be, because I think it's going to be some incredible professional wrestling. And seeing him work up to Mox's level.
Yes. Yeah, I think this would be good for him. We know they've been behind Garcia this whole time. I always thought he was like that. If you had the four pillars, if there was the next group up, Garcia was in that group.
Yeah, yeah, and love with the Young Bucks, getting money from Mox, and then spending it all at the casino. Just all about the long term storytelling. We'll be following it from week to week, whether it's watching it or you're seeing clips here and there. I love that there's pro wrestling continuously being done every week. It's the best. And also saw the movie Weapons in the
Okay.
movie. Good, crazy, uh, interesting story. Had good horror movie elements. It was definitely scary. It was definitely a horror movie. But like Prisoners with Hugh Jackman back in the day.
Okay.
A good keep you on the edge of your seat thriller.
Yeah, yeah. Heard lots of good things about Weapons. Uh, since I don't want to say disappointed, just that it was good. It's just not a horror movie. I've been thinking about maybe seeing that. Friends were talking about that movie today. Got me thinking about it.
Yeah, a lot of good movies being made, especially this year, and a lot of good horror movies. And I would put Weapons right there with them. Not quite like seeing Halloween in the movie theater a couple years ago, which was awesome. But this one's a psychological thriller. Keeps you going.
Yeah. And I do enjoy more so that style.
I
Um,
didn't see Josh Brolin coming either. I like him as an actor. No Country for Old Men. I didn't see him in any of the superhero movies, but he's been making his name uh, a lot as of late. So cool to see him in Weapons.
oh man, he's great as Thanos. He's like it's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth it. He I think for it would be whatever the first Infinity movie was, he commands it. He makes that movie what it is.
Yeah, big fan of his acting.
Yeah, he's very good. I did watch one wrestling show. I watched Collision from 2 weeks ago, the 13th, because that had Okada versus Michael Oku. Um, Michael Oku over in England, not somebody I get to watch very often, but seeing highlights, clips of story he's told with Osprey. So I was very intrigued by it. I thought it was good. It was what Okada matches are. Like I said, I think they are building to the big 1 hour match as expected. So I don't think on TV we're going to see a lot. He always picks it up for at least for the finishing sequence. It's very Randy Orton. I am very disappointed we're not going to get a Randy Orton versus Okada match more than likely in our lifetime. Because that was like the vibe I got from the match. It was like you guys pace your matches very similarly. I don't know that Orton would go the hour with you, but a good 20 minute between Randy and Okada, I think would be very fun. Talking about Garcia, Death Riders versus Paragon was fun. I am very intrigued. More, not as much Daniel Garcia, but what Marina Shafir is doing. I think she is definitely going to eventually betray Moxley and have her own group. Um, like this thing with Garcia, I think that eventually she's going to say, "I don't need you. If you ain't got the belt, she's like, if you ain't got the belt, I might as well invest younger." So I think we could see her doing something. Um, FTR versus Adam Priest and Tommy Billington. That tornado DDT out the corner was amazing. I've seen Adam Priest. I know he has a lot of respect in the Southeast. And Tommy Billington, Kid Dynamite's kid, FTR, arguably the best tag team in the world. It was just a very good tag match. Very good tag match. It is interesting um, that they have not signed Adam Priest, but he must have took a step forward and said, "Fine," because him and Billington look like a tag team. I am very intrigued. It does give that Kid Dynamite British Bulldog feel tag team. So it was very interesting. It was a good like throwback. I would love to see them work together and have some actual tag gear. You know how me and Zach feel about tag gear. Bowens, yeah, Bowens versus Takeshita was super fun too. Obviously, Takeshita continuing to shine. I think everybody can see that face turn coming eventually. Um, $50,000 match. This is what I want to talk about. I feel these money matches are a wasted opportunity. Because we never get to see what they do with the money. I like matches that have stakes that are not just the title. So I like these matches for money, but I would much prefer that we get to see what somebody does with their share of money. I just think that's underused, but super fun match. Tony Storm was great. Um, I I was thinking this. I think she has a real shot to be number one on the PWI 500. Like thinking the past year, who's really been better? story, matches, character. Really, who's been better? Only thing I might be able to say is merch because I don't know that AEW sells merch to that level that WWE goes. But if we're going accomplishments, longevity, character, in ring, I think Tony Storm is probably number one. He would be my number one,
Yeah, I would have to agree wholeheartedly.
which I would love to see. So yeah. That's really all the wrestling that I watched was just that one show. We caught up on Kaiju number 8, which I told Perch that he might be interested in. It's been super fun. It's about to go down. I'm so excited. I think there's only one episode left for this season, one or two, it at least feels like. So super excited to see where that's going. Um, that was literally all I watched. I have been working on video editing lately a bit more. The last two promos that we put out, I did. Gonna try to have a little bit more fun with it. Got some things planned for future promos. So just thinking about that, working on upping our promo game. Uh, so shout out to Adobe Premiere for being easy to understand. Um, enough about what we watched. Why don't we talk about what we did? Perch, you said you had a long weekend. Where were you at?
Yeah, it was a fun time over the weekend. Went out to GCW Detroit and in Indianapolis. And yeah, always a fun time at Harpo's in Detroit. That place is maybe my favorite venue in the country. Always good vibes. The fans are fun. The atmosphere is incredible. And yeah, Detroit is always a blast. A lot of good history here. And ended up having 3 matches through the night. First one was Mance Warner against Beast Man. Cool to work with those guys many times over the years. And this match was just as brutal as any one of their matches I've been a part of. Very fun.
Yeah, love Beast Man.
Then had a team death match with the Koger brothers, Atticus and Otis, against the Bev, Bobby Beverly, and Matt Tremont. Christian Napier was with the Koger brothers as well, and at one point attempted a dive from the top railing through the Bev on a table and overshot,
Ugh.
and,
Oh,
and his night was over.
yeah.
Incredible efforts out of everybody, and it's a brutal war, and you risk your body to inflict maximum reaction, and that one definitely garnered a big reaction as we all felt it through the arena. But as referees, we have each other's backs. Scarlett was right there as well, and I was right there. I was able to continue the match as she was right next to him, making sure that every fan was okay and every person was okay. But that's why we take our job seriously, inside the ring and outside the ring. There's real situations, and you make sure that you have the right people involved. And yeah, grateful for our referee team. And the next match I had was a wild multi-tag match with Joey Janela and Marcus Mallers against Leon Slater and Man Like Darius, against Gringo Loco and Effie, against August and Davey, the brothers. It was a great matchup. Everybody was putting on their really the all-star game. Everybody, working with one another, the different styles, the different unique ideas that they had. At one point, Gringo Loco climbed up to that same top railing, and this time he delivered a flawless moonsault.
Like he got his distance right after that. He's like, no,
A
I'm
flawless
yep, yep, that
moonsault.
was too much.
Shades of super crazy at the Hammerstein earlier this year. Yeah, just awesome match. Great time all around with everybody involved. And yeah, Harpo's is always a fire atmosphere.
Yeah.
uh, and then we loaded up and we headed out to Indianapolis at the White River State Park, which was right around the like Indiana University had some campus there,
Yeah.
but it was a cool place, and the view was breathtaking, especially around the sunset. You could see the river and the sunset, great trees, and the wrestling ring right in the foreground. If you look the other direction, you could see the beautiful overlay of the city of Indianapolis. It was one of the more majestic venues that I've ever been a part of. Though on this day, it was raining the entire time.
That is unfortunate. It is always good to like surprise the venue is in a college town, so like it's picturesque. I do love surprise Notre Dame when I get to do that, but yeah, sad the rain killed that.
Yeah, the rain, and it was raining just steady, not horrible, but steady enough to be a nuisance to the ring and make it completely slippery. And the matches on this day, everyone really stepped up and performed under tough environments. And the first match I had on that show was Big Scramble to start it off with Rachel Armstrong, Braden Toon, Dex Royal, Jamie Sengel, Jeffrey John, Ronnie Bass Jr., and Shane Mercer.
Oh, that's a large group.
Big group, and it was raining, and we were
Oh.
we were due to be in the ring, so I had to show everyone how to get to the ring, uh, and it was funny. It was like a duck leading its little ducklings, and we all get into the ring, and the show's yet to begin. Right before they do the intros, and they're like, "Why'd everyone get in the ring to start?" well, well, he told us to get out there, and
Yep. Yeah,
7 people.
yep.
It was
Unfortunate.
funny. It was funny. And then by the time I told my next match that we're on shortly, right as I said, "Hey, I've got your match, and we'll be on, at whatever time," you could hear some thunder in the background,
Oh,
as
great.
if it had a little emphasis on what I was saying. Whatever time you thought you had, cut it in half because we're on soon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, no, just a great time though, and that was Joey Janela and Megan Bain and Marcus Mallers against Bang and Matthews, Davey Bang and August and Gringo Loco. So they were teaming up on this day,
Chicago
and
boys.
yeah, it was fun. Great representation and people who I've known and worked with a lot over the past several years, and they probably went close to 15 minutes out there in the rain,
Yeah.
and it was a fun match to be a part of. I enjoyed it, and yeah, fun weekend, great times with GCW and touring the Midwest. Especially anytime we're in the Midwest, it brings me back to some of my first times traveling for Game Changer.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Indiana's a magical place. Zach, what were we up to?
Yes, sir. We had a short weekend just Friday. Legacy Showcase of Champions 10.
Milwaukee return.
Oh, yeah. Showed up, showed out. Unfortunately, did not come up successful for the Legacy Pro Tag titles. But, buckle up in Milwaukee.
Yeah. But yeah, it was good to be back. Good to be in front of that Milwaukee crowd. Thank you for welcoming me back. Yeah, it was great. Unfortunate result. Mustafa and the Brotherhood of Wrestling are a bunch of jerks, bunch of no good, dirty jerks. Um,
They put their hands on the ref.
yep, they put their hands on the ref. Shout out to Zane for being a homie and standing strong and not being bullied, but you missed you missed the low blow. Don't enjoy that. Don't enjoy that. But no, it was fun. It was good times. Good to see everybody. That was the other thing. Hadn't seen Ref TJ on Ref TJ Ref TJ holding it down for music. Was awesome. Was feeling it. It was good to see TC and yeah, Mustafa, Jordan, Damien. Started wrestling since I've been gone. Uh,
What about
Reedus
good
with his
seeing
perm.
Silky?
Silky finally getting to share a locker room with Silky. And yeah, him killing it. It was a fun show. It was glad to be a part of it. Um, but I think it's about time we get into our topic for this week. But first, why don't we take a look at our comments from last week? And we got High Five Tom. Didn't get to as much wrestling as I wanted, but Insane 8 was a lot of fun this year. Glad to be there when Tommy won and just the whole experience with the weather and all. Um, I guess we wouldn't know about that because we was out. Or you said it started to rain early at the Insane 8, wasn't it?
Yeah, it rained like right first match. It was I believe
Oh,
Keyshawn versus CJ, and it was starting to rain a little.
all right, all right. By the time I got there, it was clear skies.
It like died down. Yeah, by the time he got there, it died down a bit.
Okay. Okay. But since we are now on the Visionaries Global Media Network and we need to introduce ourselves to our new fans, I figured it would be a good time to do three pieces of media that you would give to somebody to understand who you are. I'll go first. Um, we'll go music. This is a piece of music first. Obviously, you guys pick three of the same media, three, whatever type of media you want, just whatever perfectly explained to you. First for me is going to be an album, DMX. It's Dark and Hell is Hot. Um, no artist has ever hit me the way DMX did, and that first album was just everything I wanted. I that was like the first album I could go front to back, like singing it, just going. Uh, Obviously the start of a historic run for him to then come out with Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood, and that also be a number one album. So for him to have two number one albums in the same year had not been done before. And yeah, DMX would just go on to be one of my favorite rappers of all time. Always loved just the range of music that he could talk about, whether it's street shit or religious, life and death, and all that. So for one, yeah, it's dark and hell is hot. That would be one. Number two would be Fist of the North Star. That is the first anime that I watched that I knew was anime. Most people have seen anime and don't know it just because licensing and animation reasons, like you. But this is the first one that I knew was an anime. I grew up doing martial arts and boxing and wrestling, and this was just I had never seen animated fights in that way. I had, loved kung fu movies, and this brought that. It was, I enjoyed Mad Max, and so it was set in this post-apocalyptic world. It was super violent and bloody, and just opened my eyes to just what anime was. So, Fist of the North Star, first anime I ever knew was an anime. Great martial arts anime. So happy that it's coming back. Gonna watch the new, the like fifth remake. I don't care. It's great every time. Uh, and then lastly, it's probably gonna have to be One Piece. I One Piece is like the longest commitment to anything I have I've ever had, probably. I started with the Four Kids dub back in the day. I still read it weekly. I regurgitate what happened to the fiance weekly. I listen to theory videos. One Piece is just always kind of it's like I'm sure when we get to Zach and his show, you will understand that what The Simpsons is to Zach, One Piece would probably be for me. So just a great story about adventure and romance, but not like romantic love, just the romance of life. So very good story, highly recommend it. But those would be the three for me. Perch. What about you?
Yeah, that's a great question. I enjoy hearing a little bit about what makes us up. We're all very unique. We come from different places, and we all have different perspectives. So I love hearing where we all come from, and what our makeup uh, is consisted of. Going back to music, I think that one piece that hits me is the Killers Hot Fuss CD. That first one when it came out, wow, uh, those songs spoke to me on a high level, especially for music just being made. That was probably 2004, 2005 range. I loved it. Jenny was a friend of mine. That
Mhm.
opening song, so Smile Like You Mean It,
Yeah,
uh, Believe Me, Natalie, and some of their songs that are still played to this day.
yeah. They
That
are
20
timeless at this
plus
point.
20 plus years ago, which is awesome to think about because that CD still holds up.
Yeah, that's what's also great when you can look back on those and like it's not nostalgia, it's legitimately good.
Hmm. Yeah, legitimately good. And another one that would come would be uh, Tommy Boy.
Ah,
That movie is so great. It is so Midwest,
I gotta put
and it
this piece of art
comes
I
from the
just
heart.
saw today.
Uh, Before I knew what movies were, uh, I just thought, we're watching something, and it's just like real life. And that movie felt like real life on every level. And yeah, I love it, especially growing up here in southeastern Wisconsin and traveling the Midwest a lot.
That's the thing. I have not watched that since moving out here. I probably should.
You may recognize a few more of the towns.
Yeah, that's like so. I definitely watched that '70s show since moving here, and that has been weird. That one was weird.
Yeah, things are very relatable. I loved it though, and that movie would describe well. Uh, and then the other would be I don't know if it comes this way, but it used to growing up. You go to Blockbuster and pick it up. Uh, but for this one, it would be a DVD of it. But nowadays, you can just stream it. But WrestleMania 39, Night 2. Wow. When I think about a wrestling show that, you could box up and watch, just like we did with the early WrestleManias. I remember getting WrestleMania 20 on the DVD box set. I
Mm.
could only rent it though, or borrow it from a friend, but it had like the little pictures inside and everything. Uh, you could relive every match, but yeah, the matches there.
Showing our age, Perch. They don't put that stuff in their standard anymore. You got to get special editions if you want pictures inside the
I
DVD.
know I'm talking about WrestleMania 20, and my pick is WrestleMania 39. That's 20 years. How crazy! Another thing, 20 years. Uh, because this one is just as good as it was 20 years ago. WrestleMania delivered on night
I did
two.
watch that recently, and yes, that 20 holds up.
I liked at that 39, Bianca against Asuka, uh, Gunther against Drew McIntyre and Sheamus, Edge versus Finn in the Hell in a Cell, where Edge got, well, Finn Balor got busted open,
Yeah, Finn got buzzed up on
and
that
they had to
one.
pause the match, and he had enough in him to finish that match strong. Two of the coolest entrances I've ever seen live. Uh, and then at the end of the night, Roman Reigns defeated Cody. Oh, it was just a great match, a good soap opera finale. And the bad guy in that story won because the whole stadium booed, uh, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. But yeah, that would be another piece of media, and I wish it were physical media that we could play, but
Yeah.
I don't have a DVD player or a VHS
No.
or a CD player at that matter.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Hot Fuss and the CD player was what it was all about, and we had Tommy Boy uh, recorded off of probably a HBO channel on a box, so it was on a blank tape.
So
It's so
yeah, I
funny
don't.
to think about the forms of media that we that we got these things on for the first time.
Yeah, I don't think I have a VHS anywhere, but I still do. We still do have a standalone DVD player, so we're a little backwards compatible. Zach, like I know one of the answers, but
Yeah,
what are
definitely
the
going to the original. Obviously, the first one's The Simpsons.
other? Yes.
Yeah, references like promos, trying to take a little small stuff there. Obviously, merch, everything. You can see what's inspired by. Um, Number two, to understand golden retriever energy, you have to watch the Air Buddies series.
Yeah, I think they're
Yeah,
doing another one.
yeah, he just won't go down. Loyal to the team, super athletic. Um, Definitely the guy. So, and then obviously named after Country Air Buddies. And then not fully to a T, but when you're looking at your mama's favorites, some hard hitting hood rats, out of town shooters, I think a good dynamic would be Friday series.
Yes, yes, yes.
I'd like to go Friday. You can interpret who's who, me and Doc. But yeah, the Friday series would be one to kind of understand the country air vibe.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, I would say Simpsons for overall, like I guess overall both me and Country Air. For the Guru Golden Retriever Energy, you gotta watch Air Buddies. And then yeah, for a little bit of us, Fridays.
Yeah. All right, nice one, fellas. Yeah, I'll listen to this back and take a look. But down at the bottom, let us know three pieces of media that you would use for people to understand who you are. Like, don't worry, we got a couple more of these. I got some ideas, so making sure that you guys on the Visionary Global Media Network know exactly who we are. So go ahead and leave that down at the bottom. But I think it's about time we talk about what we got coming up this week. Fellas, well, by the time this episode goes out, the show tomorrow would have already happened. So, Perch, what you got coming up?
Yeah, this week we'll be kicking it with the Summer Sizzler tour,
Yep.
still rolling at UWM tomorrow night, Wednesday, right in Milwaukee. It's going to be great. The east side of Milwaukee is one of my favorite parts of our state, so really looking forward to performing with the whole crew. Uh, then we got Mondo Lucha coming up Friday night at Turner Hall Ballroom in Milwaukee. Another great reunion with the Wisconsin family and people from all over the world, really, especially for a Mondo Lucha show. So, two very fun shows. Then, right after the show on Friday, I'll be off to Los Angeles for Game Changer Wrestling at the Ukrainian Cultural Center, another one of my favorite venues in the world. So, it'll be a great time to experience Milwaukee and the hometown and then kick it on the West Coast uh, and enjoy the weekend. I think we'll make it to a Dodgers game as well. They're taking on the Giants. So yeah, looking forward to getting out to the West Coast at the end of the weekend.
Hell yeah, and Zach, we are on two of those two of those shows.
Yes, sir. Tomorrow we are also at UWM. I was there last year. It was a good time. Looking forward to another. It's a fun, rare Wednesday night, a full crew. So, gonna be a good time. Then yeah, it'll be first time ever, I think, for me, and then like us together doing a match at Turner Hall for Mondo.
Yes, as far as as far as we know,
Yeah, I mean, I've
nothing's
managed. I
been
don't.
nothing's been announced yet except for
I'm
Warhol
going
versus
in.
Matt Cross.
Yeah, I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what we're doing. I'm just hoping with us being tagged, that means something.
Yeah.
How I interpret it.
Yep, that's what I'm looking forward to. And then Saturday, heading on down to Mattoon to get back our 0-1 Tag Team Championships.
Yes, sir. It's been a long time. Journeys. Had one journey, but couldn't let the tag division suffer. It's about time Killer Cake releases the hold of the gold. And yeah, we about to come in and be two-time 0-1 USA Tag Team Champions.
Bet on that. Hell yeah, it should be a good weekend. Yeah, it was first week in a while. So many of us on the shelf, so super looking forward to it. Hope to see the fans out there. But with that, I think it's time we start taking it home. Zach, questions or comments?
No, just good weather right now. Let's keep it go. Let's keep that good weather coming.
Hell yeah. Perch, comments or questions?
Yeah, shout out to Yeti Henderson putting together one of the fire promos I've seen in a while. Uh, him talking about the match coming up with Sean Priest
Oh, I'll have to
this
check it.
this Saturday at Bruce City. Yeah, very cool.
Yeti might be my favorite promo on the Indies.
Well,
He
yeah, yeah,
stepped
he's
it
so
up.
good.
It continues to. So shout
He's
out to
very
Yeti
good.
Henderson. He puts on inside the ring and outside the ring, but this latest one, incredible. Kudos, and continue to find pro wrestling that you like, just like this, whether it's a promo of someone or a magazine or wrestling you can watch on TV weekly, or independent wrestling you catch on the weekends. Love it. Find something you enjoy, and search more.
Hell yeah, yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Yeti. I'm sure it's great. Like Yeti is probably my favorite promo on the Indies. Super underrated. The so smart, understands his character, so I'm sure it's great. Um, but business as usual. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, follow us on all the social medias. Be sure to leave a comment down below letting us know the three media that you would use to help somebody understand you. Shout out to everybody else on the Visionary Global Media Network. This has been the Take It Home podcast. Y'all be easy. One.